I'm not a humble man. Pretty cocky, but you should be. I I don't really have a problem with women anymore. I understand what they are. It's fun now. It's fun. I don't really struggle with women as much as I used to because now I know what I need to do. I know what needs to be done. So it's not really that difficult for me anymore. But I was not always like this. I wasn't. I used to struggle with women a lot. A lot. In fact, I didn't really understand women that much until last year. That's when I started to understand women properly. Before that, shit. Let's just say I took a lot of L's. I took a lot of L's over the years. In fact, I took so many L's that I want to talk about some of them. Actually, I want to talk about the biggest L's that I've ever taken. So tonight, I'm going to talk about the biggest L's that I've ever taken. Now, we're going to go by eras. So high school, college, post-college. The biggest L's I've taken by women. Man, there was some big ones. But they all made me grow. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't take those L's. Those L's were necessary. In fact, they didn't even really sink in until later. You know what I mean? So those L's were all necessary. But without further ado, let's get to it. So let's start with high school. All right. Now, this may not seem crazy, but to me, oh my God, it was crazy. I was in love with this girl for most of my high school career. And the school was pretty small, so everybody knew it. The teachers too, staff, faculty, they all knew. And she, ritualistically rejected me. Like it was nothing, bro. Like all the time, right? So one day after school, I was walking down a corridor and I saw her walking, away from me, and I called her name, and she didn't stop walking. So I was like, that's weird. So I called her name even louder, and then she stopped suddenly. And then she started running. And I, not thinking, I started chasing after her. So I ran after her. Like, I want to say we lapped the school 3 times, me chasing her. And I was like this fucking boogeyman trying to catch up to her. When I finally caught up to her, she was standing next to the guy that she was currently talking to at the time. And then she just looked at me silently. And the guy also looked at me. And I was like, I was just trying to say hi. That's all I wanted to do. And they just looked at me, and I just walked away. And I was like, wow, that was the Hold up. Oh, scratch. That's not the biggest L I took in high school. I just remembered. I took an even bigger one. I was at this birthday party. I might never forget this for the rest of my life. I don't know. I hope I do. But I was at this birthday party. The same girl now. And it was a Caribbean party, so, we would dance on each other. And by that, I mean, we would rub our penises on their asses to dance with them back then. I mean, a lot of y'all do that now, but we did it back when we were in high school too. And I really wanted to rub my penis on this girl's ass. I mean, I was young. I was about 14. Yeah, man, that was It was a good time. It was prime time. You know what I mean? So she was dancing with one of my friends, one of my homeboys. And me, you know, trying to be sneaky, I said, yo. I walked up to him and I was like, hey, yo, let me get over there, man. And he, being the G that he was, we did a quick fucking substitution jutsu, right? Now I'm catching her and he's, you know, giving me the space that I require. A true gentleman, a true wingman, a true G. I had what you call a frenemy, or maybe he was just a dickhead. He did not like to see me succeed. And he was like super, you know, loud. You know, the loud, obnoxious kid that always wants attention? So he yelled out in front of the whole like party. He's like, hey, yo, you dancing with King's Wisdom? And it's like the music stopped. Everybody looked. And her, being the woman that she was, well, she wasn't a woman, she was a girl at the time, she had to save face because women don't like to be embarrassed. So she said, oh, I thought you were your friend. In front of everybody. Oh. And that was at the beginning of the party, so that wasn't, I couldn't just leave after that. But mom didn't pick me up, she just dropped me off. So now I had the stench on me. Now I couldn't even dance with any other girls because I got embarrassed and they didn't want my stink on them, so I couldn't. It got to the point where I was so miserable that there was this candy bowl, and I just started stuffing my face with candy because I didn't have anything else to do. And then to make matters worse, I left, right? The party was over. I was going to my car. I shit you not. 3 different girls said, bye, KW, like in a real like sexy way. And I'm just like, why are you telling me bye like that when y'all was shitting on me at the party? And that always stuck with me. I mean, I understand it now. But man, that was an L. That was an L. Now we move on to college. I was single, but I was infatuated with this lady of the night. She was a promiscuous girl, very promiscuous. Now I hit it twice, but I don't know what happened. Or maybe my biology was mixed with hers, but I started to pair bond with this chick, bro. And she was acting like the nigga in the relationship, you know what I mean? Even though it wasn't really a relationship. I was simping over her, wanting to spend time with her all the time, all that stuff. But she was for the streets. And she showed me. Very, very effectively, she showed me. Because I wasn't getting the hint. So one night, me and her and my homeboy was chilling. And me and my homeboy was talking. And he was talking about how one of my other friends, he had a villa. And he was like, yo, y'all should come through. And she was like, oh, I'm going. And I'm like, okay. So I said, okay, I'm going too. So we both went. It was like 4 of us. We went. And we went to the villa and she was ignoring me. And then she went upstairs while I was downstairs and she fucked the guy who had the villa. And then she came downstairs and in the morning she fucked my friend who brought me. And all right in my fucking vicinity, bro. Like, and that, ooh, damn. That was a serious one. That really stuck with me. But yeah, that was college. That taught me you can't love these hoes. You can't love these hoes, boy. You can't. Okay. And now we have post-college. Now, I haven't taken an L. This might have been my most potent L. Like, it is so, like, out there that this puts the other two to shame. Let me explain. All right. So, at this point, I'm kind of in my Mac Daddy, you know what I'm saying, persona. You know what I mean? I was out at the club with my friends, we in this section, and this girl was looking a little nice, so I pulled on my lap, and she was feeling me, and she literally danced on my lap the whole night, talking to me nasty in my ear. The night ends, she's kissing me. I say, yo, you trying to go back to my spot? She like, yo, yes, I am. I'm like, okay, it's finna get a little nasty here. We gonna see what's good with it, right? So I'm driving home, and mind you, my home was 40 minutes from the club. Stupid. You don't give a girl 40 minutes to think about her decision? That's so stupid. You don't ever do that. Whenever you trying to close a one-night stand, your house better be around the fucking corner. Because if you give this chick time to contemplate her decision, it's not gonna end well for you, buddy. It's not gonna end well for you. Women can change their mind within 30 minutes, within 30 seconds, my G. Time is your enemy when you're trying to close. It's always going to be your enemy. The more time you spend, the less chance you have to close the deal. That's just a fact I've learned. Anyway, so we're driving, I'm taking her home, but now I'm starting to lose frame. Now I'm like touching her, but not sure where I should touch her, asking her questions, but sounding unsure of myself, asking her what she wants to listen to, basically being incongruent with who I was at the club. Because even though I was in my Mac Daddy persona, it was starting to crumble a little bit because this would have been the first time that I was able to execute this. It would have been. Let me continue. So she's noticing this and she's starting to rethink her choice. So she says, hey, I gotta pee. Okay, we're about 10 minutes from my place. I said, we're almost there. You could just go when we get there. Like, no, I gotta go now. I said, all right. I pull over to the gas station and she goes inside. So I'm waiting in the car for about 20 minutes. I'm like, damn, it's taking her so long. She comes out of the gas station, walks past my car, and goes and gets into someone else's car near the pumps. And I'm just like, what? Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe did she just call a ride? But the car doesn't leave. So I'm just like, okay, I'm there for like 3 more minutes. Then I pull up next to the car. I say, hey, I called her. I said, are you leaving with them? And then one of the men from the car is like, yo, do you know who this girl is, bro? And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? She's like, yo, I do not know who this girl is. She just came and got inside of our car, bro. I don't know who she is. Who is this? Do you know her? Now I'm thinking I'm in the Twilight Zone, because what girl gets into a car of someone she's never been with just so she could get away from me? Damn. Woo, boy, that was a punch to the chest, let me tell you. That was a punch to the fucking chest, bro. So I'm just like, hey, yo, no, not, bro, I thought you knew her because she got in your car. Bro, we do not know who this is. Is she with you? I was like, well, she came with me, but... So I started talking and say, hey, yo, what are you doing? And she's ignoring me, blatantly ignoring me on her phone. And I'm just like, this is not real. This isn't real. No way. This is real? Oh, get out. Anyway, so eventually, after more deliberation between me and the owner of the car, he's like, bro, you know what, bro? We got it, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. Just head home. And I think they might have thought like I was like a creep or something, like trying to, but so I just drove home. And the whole time I'm driving home, I'm just like, nah, no way. Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That was the last major L that I took. But each of those L's taught me a lesson. The first, L's in high school, they taught me that you can't give a girl that much attention. If she's not interested in you, oh well, nigga, just move on. No girl should be worth that type of attention. The second L taught me you cannot get emotionally attached to a promiscuous woman. It's as simple as that. That's just very simple. The third L taught me do not lose frame. Hold frame. Stay congruent with who you were when you got her, or else you gonna lose her quick in some weird ass shit. So that's the stories of my biggest L's. I'm not gonna lie, I have a bunch more. And if I need to drop more L's, I will, but only if you request it in the comments, I will drop more. Yeah, man, those are my L's. And the L here stands for lesson, because without those lessons, I wouldn't be the man I am today. My head was hard, though. I had to learn a couple times. They're funny now. They're funny now. I haven't stopped smiling this whole video because of how funny they were and how stupid I was. But those are the L's. So now you know that I'm not just fucking lady killer, bro. Like I didn't always have it like that. I was a simp. I was a sucker. Now I'm not. You're welcome.